What up, everybody, and welcome back to Up Late at Night with 25/8 Networks. I got my boy Rell DaVett in the building. He came down from Indiana. He gonna come tap in. What is it? We gonna get to know Rell DaVett a little bit more, Bully Brandon LLC, and just figure out everything that he got going on, man. And like he said, respect the brand. But anyways, what's up, Rell? How you been doing, man? What's been good with you?
Just maintaining, man. Just maintaining as usual, man. Same old stuff with me. Grinding, staying to myself, getting my money and taking care of my family.
That's what's up. Now, I seen you just released the mic drop. You was just down in Atlanta. So I see you on the road, moving around, putting that work in, man. Talk about talk about all that what's been going on.
I went to Atlanta recently, last weekend. I just got back. I was linked up with Hash One and We Fam ATL. Did some I had just dropped a new single, Jealousy, so I was promoting that a little more and pushing that single out a little more. So I did 2 performances down there and had my daughter with me. So of course in between time we had a little fun and did some extracurriculars. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's what's up right there. Now, I seen you just recently dropped Jealousy.
Yeah.
That was earlier this month.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name for Jealousy? And what can listeners expect when they hear this song?
Well, I mean, basically, man, like, and Jealousy was like inspired, by people who I was around, I was dealing with, affiliated with, that I really felt really wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? And so it kind of inspired that, it's basically just a real song, like just speaking my truth on a real song, man, like just being honest. And that's what I push to promote, being assertive. That's what the whole bully branded thing comes from. Being assertive, man. You know what I'm saying? Standing on integrity, even if you standing by yourself.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, it's just real.
Nah, real talk. Now, Kentucky, some people, if you're not here, people won't know, but Kentucky and Indiana, the only thing that really separates them is a bridge. So we say Kentuckiana. So we're not going, so you spent some time in Louisville and you currently across the bridge in the Indiana side. Talk about growing up in the Kentuckiana area and how the music and the culture shaped you to be the artist who you are today.
I think it's more so with me. I think it was more so my influences, like my musical influences. I have like my own little. I'm a fan of like I like Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I like Jay. I like Royce. You know what I mean? Royce the 5'9". So it's just various different things that it shaped me and my sound. I don't really, I'm from Kentucky, but I don't really focus on that sound or that, you know what I mean? All right, whatever they're pushing, I really just focus on what I do, real. For the most part, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, real.
That's what's up. Now, there's some artists, plenty of artists who have came out, done music from this area. Any of those people you grew up listening to had any type of influences from them in the music that they have done? That could be an artist or a producer.
I have a couple locals that I'm familiar. I don't know if y'all familiar with Rod Smooth. I like Rod Smooth. I like he go by Falana, Garrett. I think I've heard of him. I think though.
Okay.
Weston Goldie. Speaking of Weston Goldie, I got his hat on her. Has Weston Goldie. Shout out him.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Weston Goldie, man.
Bro. Other than that, I don't really. Unless somebody helps me to him, and like local, like One Take Timmy, I'm familiar with him. He's nice. Other than that, like it has to be somebody that like puts me on tools, right? Gotcha, kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's all. Because I really only be focusing on
you. The way I get it, as an artist, you focusing on yourself, trying to make everything happen.
Do too much because I don't want to. I'm still trying to find my own sound and stuff like that too. So I'm still kind of struggling with that, trying to figure that out. I don't want to do, or sound like that somebody else is doing this, that type of grind.
So how long have you been doing music?
Oh, man. Honestly, man, like really my whole life. Like I used to write when I was younger. I used to keep a little pad, small little mini pad, a little pen or something. I mean, I was doing that my daughter's age. I was 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, walking around with a little pad. Every time I thought of something, I write it down. I didn't really start getting serious so I got a little older. I like a lot of resources as far as like studios and stuff like that. So once I got older and started finding my connects and stuff like that, so that's when I really started to get more serious and push it a little more. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Really, all my life, for real. Right? My mama left storage me like going around the house, beating on the wall, making beats. You know what I mean? Thinking I was Timberland or somebody trying to rap. You know what I mean? I was doing that as a shorty. You know what I'm saying? That inspiration, man. Listening to that Eminem and Royce the 5'9", ain't no choice. You know. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah. I'm definitely from that J, that Dig, Clock area. So if you see a lot of stuff in here, like this right here is that decoded book from Jay. You know what I'm saying? That right there, if you open up when you get done, open up that 2-part thing and just take a look at that. It's a lot of dope stuff inside of that too. So yeah, for sure.
DMX, Rough Riders, DMX, you feel me, Dark Man X, what's God?
Let's go. Now, as I was looking on your page, I came across one of your posts, and it said Cross Path.
Yeah.
So is Cross Paths another single, or is that the name of a project?
That's actually another single that's out. It's actually currently out now that I'm actually, there's a video coming as well. The occasional to that coming as well. It doesn't drop to the end of next month. So, I'm going to start pushing that next month, basically. You know what I mean? But yeah, Cross Paths is a whole nother single. Like I was working on the EP. I was going to release it as a full project, but I decided to just drop singles because I was already on that in my mind already. So take my time. You know what I mean? I'm trying to build my, once I guess when I get to hire the man, I'll drop a whole project.
So right now you're just kind of like playing the single game right now. So you got you. That's what's up. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing from a lot of artists. I'm dropping some singles, pushing them, and then later on dropping
I say it's just based up something. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's kind of pointless to really drop a whole project for real if ain't nobody really listening to it like that. No, you get what I'm saying? It's expensive, but yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because it's the business, and that's what we kind of try to tell people all the time. Is like, hey, 90% of this is business. Everything else come with it. It's just the easy.
Come out with it. Yeah, as the music is the easy. Go studio, record a song. It's easy. You know what I mean? It's the marketing and everything behind it. You know what I'm saying? And really gets you to the next level. You know what I mean?
Nah, real talk. Like you talked about your brand. You talked about your brand briefly.
Yeah.
Well, at the beginning of this interview, but it's Bully Branding.
Yeah.
That's the name of your company.
Yeah.
And it's your brand. So you got clothing with it too, or it's just?
I'm in the process of trying to do that. I want to do clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe shoes, socks. Just basic apparel, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe headbands, hats, and, various other things like that, you know what I mean?
Now, will Bully Brand turn into a company, label, or just, something that you do solely by yourself?
Maybe one day make an enterprise, do a little bit of everything.
Gotcha.
Why not? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It's just the finances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I
get what I'm saying.
That comes once you unlock and figure out how the business go, the finances and everything else will start coming in play for you for sure.
Yeah.
Now when it comes to the music that you make, in your opinion, what separates you from others, in the music that you make?
I really don't be like, honestly, bro. Like I really don't be caring. You know what I'm saying? Like I do this for me. Like, building, of course, building fans, people who naturally gravitate to it and want to become a part of it or whatever and, be a fan or whatever. I salute, I respect. But overall, like I do this for me. So the opinions, all that's cool, but I really don't go that deep into it. I just really kind of just do me. Like I really don't really think past that. You know what I'm saying? Like I just do me. I kind of just do what I want, whatever I feel at that moment. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like, and that's also part of the bully thing too. It's like, I'm gonna have my way. I'm gonna do what I want. You get what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I mean? Like I ain't out here physically bullying nobody. Like I'm not giving people wedgies and shit like that. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have my way. I'm gonna do it.
We'll come through, kick down some doors and
be the way you do it. Yeah, right. That's it. Right, pretty much. I just do it the way I want to. Like,
yeah, definitely makes sense. Now, music has a lot of different layers. You write, you go in and you record, and then also perform. Which one do you have a better time doing, or that you like to do the most? Writing the music, recording the music, or performing it?
That's a good question. I kind Cause I like a little bit of all of it. Honestly, you know, I like when I'm sitting down and I'm writing. I like the creative process. The lines that I come up with, I get excited when I think of clever lines. And I also, when I record it, I get excited because I'm saying it. You know, like it went from being wrote down to actually saying it on the mic and to the beat, and it's dope. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, performing too. I like performing too because I mean, I've done that kind of all my life too. You know what I'm saying? I used to do talent shows for the school in front of the school and stuff like that. Actually won trophies, first place, stuff like that. So I kind of did that off and on my whole life. You kind of got to carry yourself a certain way. You know what I mean? I know, you know, because it's hard for some people, it's hard to really get up there and show face and stuff. You know what I mean? I feel like I have charisma about me, I have a little personality about me. So put that together, like, I don't really, you know what I mean? Like, they're watching me like it's my time. So a little bit of all of it for real, man. I like the process of it all. The process, yeah, you know what I mean? It's overall, the whole thing. Yeah, overall, yeah, because I used to do about 80% or something, yeah, because I like a little bit of it, you know. I like writing, you know what I mean? Like, I used to freestyle heavy coming up, and I like to freestyle. I still freestyle sometimes, but I like to write, man. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's why I really can, you know what I mean, pen up real heavy. Bag when you write, yeah, real talk. That's what's up. Now, you've been recording music for majority of your life. If you think back, what song would you tell somebody to go listen to get to know you better as a person? Now would be like recently, like now within the past probably 15 years, that'd be the song Count Me Out. And then before that, I would say probably a song called Now I Know that would, you know, never really released. Like I said, I just recently got hit to like the online platform things and all that. We used to have, back in the day, I used to press up CDs. I remember I had an outfit bag full of CDs, everything pressed up and hit the block out the trunk. Yeah, you know, in front of Dino's, gas station, 26th Street, all that, you know what I'm saying? And just pass them out, knock them for $2, $3, $5, just whatever I can get. I wasn't trying to bust heads. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's where it started. And now I know, you know, that was back in the day when I was going through a rough time. I wrote a song about it. And, you know, it stayed. But, you know, it wasn't just a song we didn't push too much for it. It just stayed in the circle. Man, everybody messed with it in the circle and shit. That's what's up, I think, here.
Now, what song have you released that shows a more vulnerable side of Rell?
Probably Count Me Out. Yeah, okay. I got Count Me Out. That'd probably be the
And last one for this one. Best song that somebody can go listen to that has a collab that you had on it.
My best collab song. I got a couple. I got a couple. I mean, shout out to my boy Cool. Me, who got Wheat and Kitchen. Them is nice. And then me and our people's Izzy and Perk Roller, we got a song called Up 3. So shout out to them. That's nice. Who else? I got a song with Dre Wall. Shout out to little brother Dre Wall, Breaking Me. That's nice. I mean, you know, I got a few of them. You know, so you don't have to worry. Go listen to it. Oh yeah, don't pull up on man. I don't know. Probably my favorite. Probably my number one for probably be Kitchen with me and the Kumu. Okay, could probably be my favorite one. That's what's up.
Now, let's talk about your engineer and the producers that you have worked with. Now, here with you today, you have your audio engineer, Jerkface Audio.
Yeah.
How did you meet him, and why is it important for you to work with someone who understands your sound?
Yeah, shouts to the bro, man. I actually met him through, I believe, Izzy and Perk Rolling, man, when we started getting in the studio, dropping a few of our earlier songs together before we did Up 3. And then we ended up doing Up 3, and then it kind of just stayed consistent like that. Plus, you know, it's conveniency too. You know, bro been holding shit down for me, and he's close to me, you know what I mean? It's not, we just been working. And I'm a worker anyway, so, you know, anybody that I'm coming around and I'm trying to build with, we gonna build. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to him. I don't know, like, we just kind of kind of wing it from time to time, man. Like we kind of just try stuff and just see what kind of works, what kind of sticks, what kind of doesn't. You know what I mean? Like I said, I feel like I really, like as of right now, I feel like I haven't really figured out my signature sound as of yet. I'm still working on that. I feel like I got a little bit of everybody sometimes, you know what I mean? But
yeah. Now, one producer that you work with on Cross Paths is Greg, and I don't want to say his name wrong. Is it Billy Weber? Iliad Weber? Yeah. So talk about working with him as a producer, and what other producers have you worked with, and are there some that you would like to work with in the future?
okay, yeah. Well, I mean, with that situation with Cross Paths, like that beat, he had sent me a few beats over time. Maybe probably about 5-6 total. And I got so many beats, man. I just write, here and there and stuff, and we just kind of go from there. It was just one of them beats that I came across that I told him, that I would try to, because he wanted me on one of his beats. So I told him I would try to get on one. So I just kind of pulled that out the hat. And like I said, we cooked that song. Me and my engineer tell you, like a lot of the songs we just cook on the spot. I send him the beats. We pull them up on the Pro Tools, whatever we recording on, and I'll write right then and there. You know what I'm saying? And we'll record right then and there, dog. And that's kind of what that Cross Paths is kind of like an on the spot type of song. And me and bro, like me and him been cool. When I had t-shirts in and stuff, he supported, bought t-shirts. I've been knowing dude for a while. You know what I'm saying? But never knew he made beats.
Right.
He's like, he was doing some stuff back in the day when he was young, I guess, and cooking up here and there. So he sent me a few of them, and I was like, I'll get back with you when I got something to go. That's what's up. Finally made something happen, you know what I'm saying? My other producers, like I got one of my main producers is D-Right Beats. He's done a lot of me and him done a lot of songs together. I met with him, like I said, online, you know what I mean, through the internet, you know what I mean? He's working on that internet. It's crazy. Yeah, that's how I meet 90% of the people that I deal with. Like, I'm really, like in real life, I'm really kind of reserved and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only really social on social media, but it comes with the territory. I know I got a network. I know I got to reach out and get beats and stuff like that. So it's part of the territory.
That's what's up. Now, as a person who's a native of the Kentuckiana area, what songs would best describe the city or that area in your opinion? Like if somebody's come, just a song that somebody in this area, that area has pushed out that you could say, if you come here, this is one of them, this is one of them ones that represent the Kentuckiana area.
Oh, yeah, let's see. That's a good one. I ain't really thought about that.
And we could come back to it if you think about it. We can come back to it if you need to think about it. So my next question is this.
To the area, what you think, bro? I ain't never thought about that.
So anything that will just say this represents the city. I think somebody said, who did somebody say one time? I think I had Anna B on here. She brought up somebody, but I couldn't. I can't remember who she said.
You talking about, okay, so like
a local artist or anything that just a artist or a sound that just like this represents Louisville.
I would say
or Kentuckiana.
I would say, because the only song that I know that's been big as far as like, not like globally big, but like Hurricane. What's the name of Hurricane? With the birthday song, her season, the birthday song.
Yeah.
Didn't B-Seal have something? Yeah, B-Seal, yeah. Like he had something that was kind of big.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't never really. I don't know, dude. I ain't never really thought. I swear, oh no, because I only know of a few,
Yeah. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. We'll get back to that one. You can shoot it to me later on. Let me know what you think. So let me ask you. So another question for you. I ask everybody this when they come in here. This is one of my little questions that I like to ask. Give me 3 words that best describes Kentuckiana. That you would best how you would describe Kentuckiana. 3 words. Like I think King Doe was or Anna B was like raw, real, anything like that. There's 3 words that will represent the Kentuckiana area, in your opinion.
love, hate. What's in between there? Racist, love, racism. What my daughter said, thanks, love. That's what's up right there, man. That is what's up. So you're working on singles, you dropped some singles, you got some performances, my performances that you've released. What else is coming up for real, and what can we see from you here in the near future? Well, with starters, like I said, I got I went out, the stuff on my ladder drops tomorrow, then the Rare Room performance, that drops on the 16th tomorrow. I got the ATL, the We Fam ATL performance, that drops the 18th. And then I got Jealousy, the full visual, drops the 28th. And then I got Cross Paths dropping next month on the 28th, April 28th. And then, we back in the studio, we stay doing that. I got some more visuals I'm pushing out. I got a song online called Rerun. I'm about to do something to that song. Make up with my video, man. We're going to drop that. So we just gonna keep working and just see what doors open up. You know what I mean? Like I said, the Atlanta trip was on the whim. Somebody reached out that I met through Instagram. I'm telling you, like the internet, it works wonders for you especially trying to have a career, some type of entertainment or something. You know what I mean? Like that's the best way to. I found people who do cover art. I found producers. I found graphics. I like everything that I need. You know what I mean? So studio arrangements, everything. But yeah, so. We just gonna keep working, man. That's how we doing every day, taking it day by day. We just gonna keep working and see what comes out. You know what I mean? Like that's what I gotta do. So it's gotta be. So that's what we gotta be real talk. Now, before you get out of here, let everybody know where they can find you at on social media, where they can find the music, go stream and do everything with Rell and Bully Brand. Okay, yeah, Rell DaVett, man, everywhere. I'm Rell DaVett on Facebook. You go on YouTube. I'm on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, all the platforms. Rell DaVett, RELL space DAVETT. DaVett's one word, so it's Rell DaVett everywhere. I'm on Facebook. My IG is Rell DaVett. I got Rell DaVett and Bully Brandon LLC. My main one now is Bully Brandon LLC. So if you want to holler at me, add me on there. Bully _ Brandon _ LLC. You know what I mean? And that's where you can find it. But I'm everywhere. Rell DaVett everywhere. Go ahead up. Anybody you want any more shout outs or anything you want to give to anybody who's watching this before you get out of here too? Hi, Mom. I'm on TV. That's what's up. Now, we gonna give you, we also give everybody an opportunity to come up here and perform. I know you said you gonna do one of your songs. What songs are you going, what song you gonna perform for us today? I think I'm gonna do Jealousy, because that video is about to drop at the end of the month. So we're gonna go ahead and drop it. Exactly. All right, let's get to it. Y'all know what it is. This is 1 Hour Willie, up late at night with 25/8 Networks, tapped in with Rell DaVett. Make sure y'all go get the music, tap into everything that he got going on, and be on the lookout for those videos, mic drops, performances, and everything else that he got. We out of here.